Hey, Cowboys Nation! This week, all eyes turn toward the clash between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. And there is so much at stake beyond just the scoreboard. Week 18 always carries a unique energy, especially when teams are managing the delicate balance of player health, development, and strategic experimentation. For the Cowboys, this matchup serves as a testing ground for how the roster will be shaped in the seasons to come. With playoff contention no longer in reach, the coaching staff faces the challenge of protecting key contributors while also giving younger players meaningful opportunities to demonstrate their abilities under live game conditions. Dak Prescott is confirmed as the starter, but how much time he spends on the field remains an open question. Every drive, quarter, and snap will be weighed carefully, and fans should expect a measured approach that prioritizes health over risk, yet still keeps the competitive spirit alive. This is precisely the moment where coaching philosophy intersects with roster management, and the decisions made on Sunday could offer a window into the direction the Cowboys will take next season. Injuries continue to shape the narrative. Giovanni is battling a shoulder issue that could limit his involvement, while Malik Davis is recovering from an eye injury that introduces uncertainty into the backfield rotation. Carson's hamstring is another concern, compounded by Ryan Fennoy's prior knee issues, which have kept him sidelined at key moments. Overshin has been navigating concussion protocols with cautious optimism surrounding his return, while Savoni Revel remains in a similar situation. Jake Ferguson tweaked his calf in the previous matchup, adding yet another element of caution to the offensive lineup. Trevon Diggs will not be available, creating gaps that must be managed carefully, while players such as Ton Turner and Phil Maffa could see opportunities to return. Each of these factors forces the coaching staff to think strategically about how to balance immediate competitiveness with the longer-term health and evaluation of talent. The focus is not just on winning a single game, but on maintaining the integrity of the roster for future campaigns while exploring who might emerge as a reliable contributor under game conditions. The Giants present a challenge of their own. With Jackson Dart at quarterback, there is a level of unpredictability built into the matchup. Dart has shown flashes of talent and potential, yet inconsistency has defined much of his season. For the Cowboys defense, this represents both a test and an opportunity. Engaging with a young quarterback in live-action scenarios allows defenders to hone their skills, adjust to real-time decision-making, and assess which defensive strategies produce results. The matchup offers a unique environment where depth players can be rotated in without compromising the health of the established starters. The balance between competitiveness and development is delicate, and the Cowboys must remain disciplined in their approach, ensuring that every snap contributes either to player evaluation or team momentum, or ideally, both. Week 18 also becomes a proving ground for emerging talent. Players who may have seen limited action during the regular season now have a chance to step into critical roles, whether in the backfield, across the receiving corps, or on defense. Jaden Blue could see a more prominent role, giving him the opportunity to showcase vision, agility, and playmaking ability in meaningful situations. Jonathan Mingo and other young contributors may also gain extended repetitions, highlighting their potential, while offering the coaching staff tangible insight into roster decisions for the offseason. By experimenting with rotations and situational plays, the Cowboys can evaluate not only skill but resilience, adaptability, and composure under pressure. These moments are invaluable for both players and coaches, providing real-time feedback that cannot be replicated in practice. Health remains a central concern. Football is an inherently physical sport, and each snap carries risk. For the Cowboys, managing player workload is as critical as executing plays. Preserving key contributors while offering opportunities to emerging talent requires strategic planning and precise execution from the coaching staff. Load management, monitoring recovery, and judicious decision-making about playing time are all part of the intricate balancing act. The team must navigate the dual goals of maintaining competitive integrity and cultivating a developmental environment that allows young players to grow, while minimizing injury risk. For fans, this approach provides a deeper look at the operational side of professional football, illustrating how teams plan not just for the present, but for seasons ahead. Offensively, there is a careful consideration of how snaps will be distributed. The Cowboys possess the capability to generate significant points, but limiting playing time for starters may necessitate creative solutions to sustain offensive efficiency. Joe Milton could see meaningful snaps, offering a chance to demonstrate accuracy, composure, and decision-making under pressure. The team's approach may involve shorter drives for veterans, paired with extended opportunities for younger quarterbacks, receivers, and running backs to engage in live action. This method allows the coaching staff to gather essential data on who can be relied upon in high-pressure moments and who might require further development. Each play becomes both a learning opportunity and a strategic test, blending competition with evaluation in a manner that adds depth to the final narrative of the season. Defensively, the Cowboys face an intriguing test. The performance of the unit has varied throughout the season, and encountering Jackson Dart provides both challenges and opportunities. Young players will gain experience in coverage and pass rush situations, and observing how they respond to game speed and situational pressure is crucial for evaluating future contributors. At the same time, the coaching staff must carefully manage risk, ensuring that veterans are not exposed to unnecessary injury. Balancing competitive urgency with developmental goals becomes a central theme as defensive adjustments, rotations, and tactical experimentation all come into play. How the secondary responds to Dart's tendencies, how linebackers navigate the pocket, and how the front line pressures the quarterback will offer a wealth of insights into both immediate performance and off-season planning. Draft considerations subtly shape the context as well. While the Cowboys are not positioned for a top 10 pick, outcomes from this week can influence mid-range selections, affecting the team's strategy for off-season acquisitions and roster development. Similarly, the Giants' performance can alter their own draft positioning, creating a layered subplot that adds intrigue to the matchup. This strategic dimension elevates the game beyond immediate results, showing how professional football integrates competition, evaluation, and forward-looking planning into every decision. Fans who follow draft dynamics closely will find this matchup particularly engaging, as it provides clues about the types of players teams prioritize, which positions are most critical, and how emerging talent might be utilized in future campaigns. For supporters, this game is more than just a contest. It is an insight into culture, strategy, and player development. Observing how the Cowboys allocate snaps, how young athletes rise to challenges, and how the defense reacts to an unpredictable quarterback paints a vivid picture of coaching, philosophy, and organizational priorities. This week is about measuring growth, testing potential, and understanding how the team intends to approach the future, all while maintaining a competitive environment that keeps the spirit of the game intact. The narratives on the field, from developing quarterbacks to emerging receivers and defensive adjustments, form a rich tapestry of strategy, execution, and foresight, making this matchup a must-watch not only for its immediate drama, but for its implications on the seasons ahead. As the Cowboys prepare to take the field against the Giants, the spotlight inevitably shifts toward how the coaching staff will distribute playing time and manage player workload. Dak Prescott's status as the starter is confirmed, yet the likelihood of him seeing limited action introduces a strategic nuance that will impact every facet of the game. Each series he participates in must be calculated carefully, balancing the need to maintain offensive rhythm with the overarching goal of protecting him from unnecessary risk. Joe Milton, stepping into this environment, will have the opportunity to show how he responds under real game pressure. This is a crucial moment for the young quarterback, as his performance could shape the perception of his readiness for a larger role in the coming season. The coaching staff's management of the situation will reveal much about their philosophy regarding player development, risk mitigation, and the cultivation of depth across the roster. Every drive becomes a learning opportunity, not only for the players, but also for the team's leadership in terms of how to evaluate potential under live conditions. Injury management continues to be a central theme for the Cowboys. Javonte's shoulder concern, Malik Davis' eye issue, Carson's hamstring strain, and other lingering physical setbacks all necessitate careful rotation and situational awareness. Overshown and Savoni Rebel's status in concussion protocols underscores the need for patience and precision in monitoring recovery, while Jake Ferguson's minor calf tweak adds another layer of caution. Trevon Diggs' absence will undoubtedly affect defensive schemes and coverage plans, forcing the coaching staff to adapt quickly and creatively. Meanwhile, the possible return of players like Ton Turner and Phil Maffa introduces opportunities to assess their contributions in meaningful game situations. These decisions are emblematic of a team in transition, balancing the imperative to remain competitive with the need to protect the health of essential contributors and maximize developmental opportunities for younger athletes. The nuanced handling of injuries and playing time reflects a broader understanding that the long-term success of the team relies on both preserving talent and cultivating depth. Through experiential learning, on the offensive side, the potential for younger players to make a significant impact is considerable. The rotation of running backs, the involvement of tight ends, and expanded roles for receivers provide a platform for emerging talent to prove their capabilities. Jaden Blue could experience extended touches, giving him the opportunity to display agility, field vision, and decision-making in dynamic situations. Jonathan Mingo may see a similar increase in repetitions, allowing him to refine route running, timing, and chemistry with quarterbacks under live game pressure. The offensive line, challenged by injuries and strategic rotations, will also be tested in protecting the quarterback while enabling playmakers to operate effectively. This environment presents a dual narrative. The team must remain competitive and execute effectively while simultaneously evaluating who possesses the skills, resilience, and adaptability necessary for expanded responsibilities in the future. Every snap is both a performance metric and an evaluation tool, offering insight into the readiness of players to contribute in meaningful ways in upcoming seasons. Defensively, the Cowboys are positioned in a situation that is both challenging and instructive. The unit's performance this season has been inconsistent, and facing Jackson Dart provides a live assessment of coverage, pressure, and adaptability. Young defenders will gain experience in situations that previously would have been reserved for seasoned veterans, including pass rush, zone coverage, and one-on-one matchups. This is an opportunity to observe how emerging players respond to the speed and complexity of the NFL game, and it also informs decisions about personnel allocation for future campaigns. Meanwhile, the coaching staff must carefully calibrate exposure to ensure that risk is managed appropriately. The absence or injury of key contributors could have implications well beyond the single matchup. Defensive adjustments, rotation of personnel, and situational strategy will all contribute to a clearer understanding of the depth and versatility of the roster. The interplay between protecting established players and fostering growth in younger athletes underscores the multifaceted challenges of managing a professional football team late in the season. The Giants' situation adds additional layers to the narrative. Jackson Dart's development and ability to perform under pressure will test the Cowboys' secondary and pass rush while simultaneously offering insight into how young defensive players handle live game scenarios. Dart has exhibited both potential and vulnerability, and observing how the Cowboys respond to these tendencies is crucial for assessing defensive adaptability. Meanwhile, the Giants' motivation is heightened by draft considerations and the opportunity to demonstrate talent for the upcoming offseason. The team's approach could create dynamic matchups, presenting scenarios where emerging players must execute effectively against challenging, unpredictable opposition. These interactions allow for a comprehensive evaluation of individual performance, team cohesion, and tactical execution, blending competition with development in a high-stakes environment. Before we roll on, subscribe to Cowboys Wire News, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Your support keeps the Dallas Cowboys updates coming. Tell us what you think in the comments. In a shocking turn of events at the Dallas Cowboys, team owner Jerry Jones has reportedly removed a key starter from the roster, following a heated altercation in the locker room. Sources close to the team claim that tensions reached a boiling point after what insiders are describing as an explosive confrontation, leading Jones to make an immediate and dramatic decision. "He's out of here," Jones allegedly exclaimed, signaling a no-nonsense approach that has left players and fans alike in stunned disbelief. While details of the argument remain scarce, speculation is already running rampant across sports media and fan forums. Some insiders suggest that the conflict may have involved a clash of personalities, with long-standing frustrations finally erupting into an open confrontation. Others hint at a disagreement over team leadership and accountability, pointing to an environment where egos and high stakes collide regularly. Whatever the cause, the fallout has been swift, and the team now faces the daunting task of adjusting their lineup on short notice. The implications of this move could be far-reaching. Analysts are already debating how the Cowboys will adapt strategically, particularly given the sudden absence of a starter who has been a cornerstone of their game plan. Questions abound regarding depth charts, upcoming matchups, and locker room dynamics. Will the team be able to rally around new leadership, Or is this the beginning of a deeper internal shakeup? Fans have taken to social media to voice their reactions, with opinions ranging from shock to excitement over potential roster changes. The rumor mill is operating at full speed, and insiders caution that more surprises could be on the horizon. Some speculate that this decision may signal a broader shift in Jones' management style, emphasizing discipline over sentiment, and sending a clear message to the squad about the consequences of internal discord. For now, the Cowboys organization remains tight-lipped, offering no official statement beyond confirming that the player in question will no longer participate with the team. Coaches are reportedly working around the clock to recalibrate strategies, while teammates grapple with the sudden absence of a familiar presence in the locker room. In a league where momentum and morale are as crucial as talent, the true impact of Jones' decision may not be immediately apparent, but it has already set tongues wagging across the NFL community, with speculation mounting. One thing is certain: the Cowboys' locker room drama has become a headline-grabbing story, and fans are left to wonder what comes next in a saga that could redefine the team's season and reshape the balance of power within Dallas' storied franchise. That's a wrap from Cowboys Wire News. For breaking Cowboys updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Tell us your take in the comments.